What is going on, everybody? KJ Wiggums back with another episode on Bucks County. So, unfortunately, I could not find anything to help pick up this grass so we could put it into the silage bunkers. So, what I have done was I have the baler here and we have the wrapper following along behind us, and we are just going to go ahead and make some silage bales out of this field. Some of it has already turned to hay, and it's not what I was looking for, so I had to do something, and unfortunately for me, it is going to have to be making silage bales again. I think overall it'll work out for us in the end, as long as that as long as the 4010 can keep up with us. I think that we will be okay. I kind of just been going slow here and there just for it to be able to catch up and keep everything on track, really. It's catching the bales all right. It's either pushing them out of the way or just holding on to them as it goes along. So I'm all right with that, as long as we don't run into any major issues. I think that'll work fine. I'm not sure how many bales we're going to go ahead and get off this field, but I can guarantee you it's probably going to be more than the 14 that we've been used to dealing with on our smaller field. So still not a whole lot of stuff going on the farm. We're only on day 2 of summer, so there's not a whole lot of stuff to be getting into. I still have to find our other field. I haven't got on yet and looked to see if there is a clover field or a alfalfa field that is within our price range. So that's going to take a little bit of time left still as well. But let me go ahead. Let me get this field completely baled up and wrapped, and then we will come back in and we will see where we are when it comes to that clover or alfalfa field. Alrighty, so we are just a little bit past 3 o'clock and we have got this whole entire field done. We ended up getting ourselves 38 silage bales. I told you guys it was going to be more than what we were getting off of this field here when we were just getting our measly 13 bales a season, or a cut, I'm sorry. We've already doubled that in this go around, so that is phenomenal. Right now, with the price of silage, we are looking at roughly $40,000 already. So that is going to be a nice bit of change to help us out. Come the end of the year, probably is when I'm looking at selling that stuff off. So what I want to do here first is I want to get all of these bales collected up, get them stored over here. I was going to put them inside the silage bunker, but I want to leave that open just in case I do find something that we can throw the grass in. That way I don't have to move these things twice. We do have that big shed that we just purchased on the other side of that, so I had moved some of the trailers from over here over there, and we cleared out our original silage bale storage area. So we're going to go ahead and put all the silage bales back over here again for this year until we are fully able to convert over to our loose silage, and I think that'll work out a lot better for us in the long run. As soon as I can find something, maybe we'll just have to look at getting a forage wagon of some sort. I haven't been able to find a John Deere one. I don't think they have a John Deere one, so that's alright. We'll keep going the way we are. So let me go ahead. Let me get these bales collected up and everything, and then I'll bring you guys back in probably day 3, judging by the time. Will be day 3, early summer, and then we will go through and start looking for a clover field. Um, so just give me a little bit of time to knock this out, and then I will see you guys in just a second. Good morning, everybody. It is 6:30 in the morning, and we are all done with stacking up our bales. Like I told you, I got all 38 bales stacked up over here, and today I want to take a look at our options for a clover or a alfalfa field. But we got our bales stacked up here. Kind of went a little different. I noticed last 2 years that I've stacked them, they kind of snaked their way down just because I couldn't get so close to the shed every time. So I wanted to bring them in this way, and I don't know, I like it. Left a little bit of gap here between the building and everything as well. But before we do that, before we go look for um, some fields, we do have to take care of our horses. And funny enough that we have to do that because we also have to give them oats. However, the problem is I'm currently out of oats. They did not last us as long as I thought. They didn't get us through the entire year. I'm thinking that I probably should have had 8 crates instead of the 6. So we are a little short there. So finding a clover or an alfalfa field today in getting some of that cut and at least getting 1 or 2 bales that I can get down here immediately. That's going to be ideal. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and give them some straw. They have their hay already. Can I hit the... Where's the trigger at? Trigger right there. There we go. Get their hay to fill up. Their straws filled up. That's what I like about leaving that hay bale in there. I don't have to do anything with it. Let's jump out here, get their water. Perfect, and that should be everything but the oats completely done. And that's their main source, so we do have to get that figured out. And like I said, it's going to be trying to find an alfalfa field, a clover field, something along those lines that we're going to be able to do. Something a little different to offset the oats, because I can tell you right now, even with the oats that we have planted, we're not going to have enough to get us through next year either. So if we can set it up to where we're alternating between some clover or alfalfa and the oats as their primary source, that'll be pretty ideal. So let me go ahead, let me get some stuff set up around here, and then we'll see where we're at with trying to find a field. Alrighty, so here we are on the map, and we are going to look for alfalfa. Do we have any fields of alfalfa? It doesn't look like it. And then clover. We have a couple different fields. So it looks like field 48 over here, field 4 up here, number 11. What else was there? 28 and field 35 down here. What are they? Are they growth growth states. They're all ready to harvest. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It is that time of year for grass and all that. Or is that planted? No, I think that's the color for harvest. Yeah, that's the color for harvest. All right, so we have those fields. What are we looking at price-wise for each field? So 48 is 50,000 for 6 acres. 4 is 20,000 for 2 acres. Was it 11? 40,000 for 5. 28, okay, is unfortunately part of all of that up there, so that's out of the question. And was it 36? 35. And 35 is 38,000 for 5, and that's right there by the farm as well. It looks like we could probably take this dirt track the whole way to it. If it cuts, I don't know if it cuts over here or not. But yeah, we could take that. So that will definitely supply what we need when it comes to the horses for the rest of this year till the oats are ready. That's a decent sized field as well. And it takes up almost the entirety of its area. So there's not a whole lot of wasted space there. So I'm going to say with the money that we have, we got $108,000, I think, spending to $38,000 on here. I think it's going to be a smart move. We still have the silage bales that we could sell. We still have the potatoes and all that stuff that need to come up. I don't think we're going to sell ourselves short. So we are going to buy field 35. And then what we will do is, let's go ahead down there and let's take a look at it. Like I said, we should be able to get down there through the dirt road here. So we'll ride down, we'll take a look at that, and we're probably going to have to jump on. It's only 11 o'clock, probably jump on, get that field cut up and baled up. And then we'll be able to take at least a bale or two up here. I have to check the weather. It looks like it's calling for clouds later, but it doesn't seem to be calling for rain. So we'll probably be able to leave those bales out for a little bit. Now, I don't know if they are like, if it's like grass where it'll rot if it's not turned to the clover hay. So what I think I'm going to I might have to do some tests on that. If you have any idea on how the clover works, if it'll rot away, let me know down in the comment section. We'll go from there and see exactly how that's going to work out for us now. Should be able to come up through the back side of here. That should be field 36. I actually don't know if there is a... this path here. There we go. Alright, yeah, so that should be... is that the clover field? Let's stop here. Let's jump out and take a look. Yep, that's field 35. Yep, that is the clover field that we had just bought. And like I said, it comes pretty close up to the border, so we're not losing any land when it comes to it. So that's pretty awesome. And this will definitely help when it comes to feeding the horses and substituting some of that oats throughout the year. It's a pretty big field. Alright, so let me get back to the farm. Let me get some equipment going. And let's get down here and let's get some clover cut. Just so we can at least top the horses off for now. And then we will go from there. Alrighty, so we are back, and what I decided to do was I just went through and did just a little bit of the headlands for the outside of the clover field. I didn't want to do the whole thing and then end up having this stuff rot away like grass does. But I did need to have something to help completely get the horses underway. So I think this will be a good little go around. We'll see how far this gets us, and we'll be able to test some of these bales that way. And then if they do rot away, then they rot away. Not the end of the day, not the end of the world, but at least we'll know where we're at when it comes to the clover. I haven't gotten anything yet in the comments about whether or not. What's going on here? Oh, need to go back. I raised the input, and I didn't pick anything up. So now lower that back down. There we go. Now we're back underway. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get, this is the last windrow I have left, and then I'll go back to the shop or the farm, and I will grab our bale spike. I'll come back down here. I'll grab 2 bales right away, and then I will take them down. I'll feed them to the horses, and then I think off camera what I'll end up doing is just bringing the trailer down here, and I'll load the trailer up, and then we'll get all this stuff loaded up and down to the farm and get it under the bale shed down there. So let me go ahead, let me finish this up, and then we will be right back. Now, alright, finally down here, we got the bale spikes on the front, and I'm going to just grab one of these clover bales, and we're going to take it back to the farm. We're going to give it to the horses, and we're going to have to come down again, like I said, with the trailer, I'm going to have to probably hook it up to the 4020 and then bring that down here along with the 4010 here, and we'll get these bales loaded up. I think we got about 10 bales total, just from the little bit of the headlands that I've done, so not too bad. It'll be a nice experiment to see how this will counterbalance the oats and getting those in. And on top of that, I mean, right now they're selling for $75 a bale as well. So if we don't need as many, or as if they do start rotting away, the other option we have is to load them up on the trailer again and just get them down to the shop and just sell them. Alright, back down here at the farm. I'm thinking that I'm going to put a road in along this back edge here and connect it to that lower road down there. I think it's going to be a lot faster to come through here to get down to that field, down to field 35 from the farm, instead of having to go all the way down by the animal dealer and then over to onto the main road. I think this will be a lot quicker to do that. So at some point I'm going to install that road. So let us go ahead. We'll do like we did with the hay bales. We'll just drop it off like that. And they did take some of that, right? Go ahead and poke it in. Yep, 500 liters, just about. Alright, perfect. So let's go ahead. We'll back out of here. What time are we at? It's about 4:30. Yeah, I think what I will do is I'm going to collect all that stuff up off camera. Get the trailer hooked up to the 4020. I'll get all this stuff washed up and put away. And I think... come up here, what we got. Let's just set this right here for now. Yeah, I'm going to have to move some more equipment. I'm probably going to take... I want to leave this down here. I might be able to store it over there underneath the shed, or maybe just right in front of the hay bales would be fine. The tedder and the muck spreader, they can probably go down in that new shed that we had just put in, and that'll clean this up for the bales of clover, because we're going to need room for that. So alright, well, looks like we got a little bit more organizing to do. I'm going to get all the mowing equipment washed up and put away. We got a couple months until we're going to have to get that out again and get all that stuff washed, and have to use that stuff again. The oats and the potatoes are coming in very nicely. Yeah, everything's coming along. Alright, I'm liking it. Alright, so yeah, I think for now I'm going to call this one done here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate it. And as always, happy